Alright, so today is the 1st of October 2025 and this is my Wednesday live stream. So I welcome everyone who is participating in this live stream, who is going to join. Please let me know in the comments what you want to talk about. But I have prepared my own topic. So of course the first topic number 1, and that's the Kuikma rackets. So I have published the review, the double review for both of the Kuikma rackets from Decathlon store, and it's a little bit different than, let's say, usual reviews or usual videos, because I wanted to talk about those rackets from wider point of view, not just, what is the spin potential and so on and so on, because these are very unique frames. We know that they are in the control family, control oriented family, but each of the rackets, by the way, hello good soul, welcome to the live stream. So each of the two rackets is a little bit different. They are in the same family, but they are different. So the 305 gram model, obviously control, feel, precision, prestige-like sensation, boxed beam, 22 millimeters, and so on and so on. So you get the control from the racket, nice blend of control and power. It's a little bit lower on the power than you might expect, but I would say it's in the sweet zone for those players who know how to hit the tennis ball, who can generate their pace, their own pace, and who are just willing to have a pro stock like feel racket, which is generally easy, quite easy to use, but not as maybe forgiving you would expect from a racket by Decathlon store. Let's say, it's 315 millimeters, but it feels it's heavier. The swing weight 310, 311 seems like it's low, but somehow when you swing the racket, it really goes. So very, very competitive frame to the other major brands on the market. And then there is the 300 gram model, which is completely different shape. The frame is very much different. It's stiffer. It's more of a power oriented racket, but still it has really nice blend of control and power, not too much power. It doesn't feel like it's overpowered. So it doesn't actually feel like it's too supportive. So yeah, very, very good rackets, quite different from each other, but they work together when you are not in the performance zone. For the 305 gram model, you can switch to the 300 gram model. So that's at least what I have done when I was playing with those rackets. Bad day, 300 gram model. Good day, 305 gram model. That's it. Very, very easy. So, good. So I saw that you somehow managed to monetize it with the link. So, actually, what I did with the Decathlon rackets, with the Kuikma rackets, I just registered for their affiliate, or let's say for their partnership, and I created those links. Sadly, it's just for Czech Republic, because they don't have any affiliated program like for all the other countries. But maybe I will be able to do it on another platform, because this is their internal platform. I believe in Germany they are also using a different affiliate platform. But the thing with the, let's say, the affiliate links and stuff is that I'm not asked, let's say, by the store, do this, we will provide you with this if you do this and this. Not at all. So the first racket, the 305 gram model, I bought it with my money. I was one of the first people who actually bought it. And the second model, I borrowed it from the Decathlon store. But I didn't receive any money or some compensation or anything for free, nothing like that. The affiliated link, it's my intention. I just did it. I went for the program, but I'm not like, let's say, cooperating with them or anything like that. Anyone can actually do it, right? This is optional. So, and why not? Why not? I'm not receiving money from them directly. I just receive commission when you buy the racket. If you want to buy it, buy it. I'm not like telling you it's the best thing in the world. Not at all. So, good. So, I'm pretty sure the Kuikma 300 is the same mold as the old TR 960 Precision, which you also reviewed a few years back. Yes, it might be the same mold. I don't know. It might be the same mold. Both rackets actually look pretty much same. The biggest difference for me is actually the gloss, and it's like with the gravity rackets. It makes the racket so complete, so fine, so solid. The gloss. Everything every time when you put anything into gloss, it's complete. Because there is this one layer that covers it. It is like when the racket is like covered in ice, let's say. It makes it really nice, compact, solid. So that's the biggest change, and it's also the highlight for the gravity rackets. That's why I recommend them as well, because it's the best finish you can get. It's the gloss. No doubt about it. All right, so Christoph Meyer. Hi, how is the power level compared to the Prestige Tour and let's say the EZO 98? Sorry to say this, but I don't know, because the Prestige rackets were always not on my radar, let's say. So I can't compare it, to be honest. So I can't say that, but just from the I tried some older, lighter Prestige from my friend. I believe it's some. Do they have like the MPL, the Prestige MPL or something like that? I believe. And the EZO 98. It's hard to say. I don't know which racket do you mean. Do you mean the 300 gram model or the 305? Because the 300 gram might be similar to E-Zone, but it's lighter and has bigger head. But the 305 gram model has nothing to do with E-Zone, in my opinion. Nothing. So good. So I guess they removed the balsa wood, though this time for the new 300 gram model. I'm not sure, but what I'm sure about is that they balsa wood. I don't know, what do you mean by balsa wood? Matthias, hello. Yeah, okay, they do have MPL. Okay, MPL, Prestige MPL. I believe it's 640 unusual head size. And also the weight is like 290 or 295, something like that. Not full 300 gram, I believe. But back to the topic, balsa wood. I don't know if it has something to do with the dampening, but with the previous model of the 300 gram version, they had some dampening system inside. And it was also written on their website, I believe. And I believe it's still there. It was the TR 960 Precision, but no, they don't sell it anymore. They don't sell the precision model anymore. They have still the TR960 Control Pro for good money, just 2,000 Czech crowns, now in a discount, 28%, which is a 300 gram model of the TR960, and that's actually the mold of the 300 gram model, right? That's it. That's the mold, guys. Look at it. I will post it in chat. This is the previous 300 gram model, and it is this very same mold of the new one. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the stuff, right? But the precision was the white and red model. Yes, but I think it's a different mold. It's not the one. It's a different racket. Just go and look at the link. That's the previous model. And 300 gram. 300 gram, and then there is in the specs technology, soft feel. There is a soft feel technology, but in the newest, in the Kuikma model, there is no soft feel for the vibration dampening. So it's a pure fucking frame. That's what I said in the review. It cannot get any cleaner, let's say. Those rackets are plain, no technology. One note to, there is the, I can see that. The technology, the soft feel technology is made of the, how is it called, the balsa wood? Thanks to soft feel technology with a balsa wood construction, it offers excellent comfort when hitting the ball. Yes, okay, so you were right, but it's not there anymore. So they removed it. That's why it feels so crisp. So the 300 gram model is crisp, really, really crisp. 969RA, stiffer. It feels like the older frames, like the older pure drives, let's say. One thing that I will maybe make an entire video about it is that someone asked me, or I saw that on Reddit, or I don't know where I saw it. Someone asked me, what is the composition of the frame? Because Decathlon store is the only store, actually, I have ever seen, who is publishing the material construction, how the rackets are made. And this is very, let's say, open from them. No one has done this before. They are also one of the few companies who are publishing the unstrung swing weight for those rackets. That's great. But with the information of the material, there comes also question from people who don't understand how the rackets are built. So there is written 55% of carbon fiber. Oh, just 55%. So the racket is not 100% carbon fiber. Of course, none of those rackets are 100% graphite. It's not possible to make a racket 100% graphite. There is a lot of glue. There is a lot of epoxy. You need to glue the carbon fibers together. There are layers and layers and layers. They don't hold by themselves. It's not just some carbon is just compressed and that's it. There is glue inside, and that's why there is 45% of epoxy inside the construction. So this is completely normal with any racket on the market. Otherwise the racket wouldn't like hold together, right? So 55% carbon fiber, 45% epoxy. What are the other numbers for the other companies? Who knows? No one is showing that, right? This is the very first time company is showing it, and it might be disturbing for someone, but if you kind of understand how it works, then it's normal. For the other rackets, Wilson, Babolat, is there more carbon fiber, like 60%, 65%, 70%, or is there just 30% of the epoxy? Who knows? But it's definitely not 100% carbon fiber. It's just not possible, right? You can see that the handle, 60% of the handle is steel. Okay, 40% of the handle is polyethylene. Bumper grommet, 100% polyamide. Grip, polyurethane. String polyester, of course, and the end cap, the racket end cap is 100% polyamide. So great stuff from Decathlon store. They are really very transparent, let's say, very transparent. Also, the description of every technical detail of the frame is more detailed than from any other companies, right? There is like explain the weight, how the weight has impact on the racket, right? The balance, what is the balance impact, the head size, and so on. So you can read, if you are someone who is completely new to tennis, let's say, you can read pretty interesting information on the technical aspects of each of the rackets. It's in the description. You don't see it with other companies. Nope, you don't see it. So, okay. Yeah, Matthias is after Prestige Pro 98, 16 by 19. 16 by 19, we emailed with Matthias. 16 by 19, I can't find it either in the Czech Republic. 18 by 20, no problem. But the 16 by 19, they're probably sold out. So I don't know. They use the same replacement grommets and bumpers. I believe it's pretty much same for many of other rackets. Monfils is going to retire after 2026. Yeah, I read that today. Decathlon are going to lose their biggest player. Yep, and I hope they will find someone new, a good replacement. Maybe some other French player, why not? Of course, it's dominated by Technifiber, but I believe they will try and they will find someone. On the women's side, Daria Kasatkina is, I believe, still using the Artengo TR 990, or what is the power model, the 300 gram. Kasatkina Artengo TR 990 Power Pro, I believe. It's the Power Pro racket. Yeah, but she has it in the gloss, of course, but at that time when it was released, it was not glossy, it was matte. But her racket is definitely glossy. TR 990 Power Pro, red and black. This one. Yep, this is the Daria Kasatkina's racket, but that's it. I don't know why they don't sign any on Challenger. I don't know. They will sign Muted. Muted is playing with TFX1, which is super powerful, right? Super spin friendly, but it's not that maneuverable. I don't really like that racket. And the version 2 of the TFX1, the version 2 has just a different paint job, and just the newest model, the newest mold, the 98 version of the TFX1 is actually a new racket, but the other rackets are the same rackets, just with a new with a new paint job. And I know that from the inside of them, so it would be pretty interesting to make a video about the scam, right? The Technifibers TFX1 version 2 rackets are the same rackets but with a different paint job. I believe it's a scam if just only like 2 or 3 rackets in the series are new. The new molds that weren't there, but the other rackets are repainted just. Is it okay? I don't think so. Here you find the Prestige Pro, where here I post a link. Okay. So are you able to politely pressure Decathlon into offering demo rackets throughout Europe? You must have some influence now, given you are making excellent reviews for that company. I can ask, but I'm not sure. I'm not communicating with international Decathlon. I'm just communicating with the Czech Decathlon, with one guy from the Czech Decathlon is the chief of the marketing. So I can ask him about some info, but the thing is whether he will be willing to share it with me. So guys, let me jump into another topic I want to talk about, and that's my experience with father, an American who I have met last Saturday, when I was with Vincent on our last tournament this season in Benešov near Prague. That's a small town near Prague. Just four clay courts were there. There were 24 players, 24 juniors, and we finally managed with Vincent to win a match. It was a doubles match. It was horrible to watch, but they did it with some unknown player that we have just met during the tournament, and they signed together that they will play doubles. They have won 4-6, 6-1, and in match tiebreak it was 10-5, I believe. And then in the next round they have lost to a double specialist pair, two brothers who played fantastic. Wow, that level was like very, very good. Let's say when I would play against them, it would be a great match, let's say. So they played really well. They have won 6-love, 6-1 against Vincent and his friend and his new friend. But what I want to talk about is the singles match. So Vincent did play against American guy, 14-year-old, who has been playing for Aritma Prague 1 year, 1 season, and his father was there. He was watching him and coaching him, let's say. And when Vincent lost to this guy 6-love, 6-1, in the next round I approached the father and we talked for like half an hour about tennis, and it was fantastic. I have no chance to talk such great, let's say, in a such great manner, in such great way with other Czech people. I need to meet someone from America to have a very nice chat about tennis. That's really, really kind of disappointing, because as I told you, the Czechs are not that open to like a free discussion about, oh hey, how are you, what is your guy doing, and how you're doing, and where are you training, and how much do you spend, and what is your coach, and who is your coach, and how much do you train? Nope. Czechs don't want that friendship, like conversations. And with this father with Matthew. I believe he was named Matthew, when I remember. We had a great chat. So the story is like this. So he moved into Prague, into Czech Republic 1 year ago because of work. And his boy, by the way, very, very talented. Super, super, super nice feel for the ball. Kind of very, very mature in how he moves on the courts, and just 14 years old. And he demolished Vincent. Great to watch. So he was playing for Aritma Prague just 1 year, and he said that in the United States, the conditions to raise a high-level player are very tough, right? So the coaches are super expensive compared to the Czech Republic. He told me like one hour lesson, individual one-on-one lesson, is about like $120 up to $150, and we are talking about some local coaches, let's say, or club level coaches, not academies. I'm coaching for $20, guys, in the Czech Republic. $20 is one lesson with me. I'm insane, but that's how it is. I'm a cheap motherfucker, you know? So I'm too cheap, actually. I should actually ask for a lot more. At least $35. So yeah, that's an insane cost. $20. What can you buy for $20, right? And you spend 1 hour there, you have to drive there. So I drive like almost 30 minutes for the lesson in my car, then another 30 minutes back home. So I spend 1 hour in car to to coach 1.5 hours with Vincent, for example. So yeah, it's not easy, but the competition around, that's the huge problem. So there are so many coaches around that everyone is like pretty much down with the money, because no one wants to go above certain money, because then he will be like, well, you are too expensive, we can find someone else. That's the big problem. But of course, when you are in Prague, I believe in Prague, private lesson one-on-one is now starting at $50, $60, I believe, something like that. So yeah. So we talk about how in the United States the conditions, also during winter, they don't have places where to train. It's very hard. And also he mentioned the fact that the competition in the States is a lot lower compared to Europe. He said in Europe everyone can play tennis, and that's what I was talking about. In Europe, everyone who is on some level, club level player in our conditions is almost some high level player in the States, but it's average in our competition. So the great thing and the greatest thing is that we have so many tournaments you can choose from, and categories. So we have A, category B, category C, category D, category E, category F. You can really choose based on your level, and there are multiple tournaments in 1 week or 1 weekend, so you can choose, I will go there or I can go there. You just have to travel 1 hour in car. In the United States, you have to fly for the tournament. You spend endless money on traveling, on the hotels and so on. So it's completely different. All right, so that's the way how you can raise a great tennis player, is also to be part of a really dense competition. And in the Czech Republic, he told me that he believes that the Czech Republic is really the best country in the world to raise a professional tennis player. That's what I've heard from an American, and I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of that. Okay. Okay, so the question, do you have high level coaching qualification? So I have the, how is it? We have 3 levels. Level number 3 is the first level, the basic one. That's like, if you want to coach, you need to have absolutely at least the level 3. And I have level 2, that's more advanced. You need to take a course that takes several days. It's actually planned for several weeks. And it's usually in Prague or in Prostějov or in Přerov, in these big famous clubs where there are qualified coaches, and we have seminars about, you know, physiology and everything and history of tennis. And it's like you become essentially a student, and you get lessons, and you get seminars with some of the better or best coaches, let's say, if you are lucky enough. You can meet also some great players. So we have like Jiří Novák also in one of the seminar. We have also psychology coach that is named Jelínek. I don't know his first name, but he was a mental coach for Karolina Plišková, for Jaromír Jágr. So you really can meet great capacities and great people when you do this level. And then there is the level number 1, which is essential for if you want to become a coach of the, let's say, national team, for example. That's the highest level, and I believe you have to study for it actually like 1 year, 1 full year, or I don't know, but I believe like 1 year you have to really study for it. It's like you become part of a university, or you can get it on a university that is aimed for sport. So if you study some sport university for 3 years, you can get also this a license, let's say. It's the license number 1, let's say. And I have the second one, so it's in the middle. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. You also have to pay some money for it. So I believe the costs for my license were around $1,000. $1,000 or something like that, maybe a little bit more, when included the hotel and everything. So I had to pay for it, so it was like $1,200, let's say. So but a lot of these higher cost coaches are not that good from my experience. So that's also true, because we have some coaches in our city. I know that they have studied the license number 1, the best one. And to be honest, they are just basic club level coaches who are standing on the court and playing cross-court rallies for the full hour with the kids or with the juniors. You don't see any advanced effort, anything. You never see, for example, that's absolutely disastrous. You never see in our club like hand feeding with the advanced players. Never. You never see like a close connection between those players and those coaches. They just play rallies all the time, every single time. Not any advanced techniques, or what you see in television, what also the pros do. Feeding, that's part of it. Just grab the ball in your hand and feed it precisely. and different angles, different situations, and the player must run and this. But from the parents' point of view, this looks cheap, so that's why they are not doing it, because they cannot explain to the parents that this is actually how they should also train. It's part of the training. Hardly you see any like footwork trainings or something like that. Resistant bands, they don't use them, or I don't see using them. So it's very basic, and they should be the elite coaches, and they are definitely not, because they don't study the modern trends. They just go to the club like when you go to a factory and you assemble a car. That's it. They just have it like, okay, another comes, another, okay, pim, 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 cross, line, pim, 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 bye, pim, 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 pim. That's how they teach those kids. Awful, absolutely awful. I can't stand it. And that's why I'm not also part of the club, because I would be so different that everyone around me would be like, oh, what is he doing there? Why is he doing this and that? And it would look very, very bad for the other coaches. So that's why I'm private, because I share the knowledge only with those I want, let's say, also. How does the training in Czechia compare to other parts of Central Europe? As I told you, we are very individual, so very small groups, and I see many times that really the greatest players are raised like privately, because they are, as I told you, their approach is different. They find some local clever coach that can really connect with them and focus on them very individually, because otherwise it's a machinery. Every coach has like the same approach to everyone. But I'm for example the person that wants to find the best way for every individual player. Everyone is different. Someone is extroverted, someone is introverted. You can't yell, you can't shout at introverted person because he will get scared. So the approach is very different. That's why I'm coaching Vincent, who has also an autistic condition. I can't be as like direct at him every single time. I must be very careful when I say something, or I just don't want to go over the top. But most of the coaches have the very same approach to everyone, and it's very cold, let's say. They are not interested in them as human beings. It's just about hitting the ball, but no real connection. And also what I don't like is that some Czech coaches make fun of the children. So and they are kind of proud of that, humiliating them on the court and so on. Very, very disgusting. Making fun of their results during tournaments. Oh, you were on the tournament. I think you played bad like last time in our training, right? Am I right? Did you play bad? Oh yeah, I thought so. Yeah. You were partying, right, before the tournament? Yeah, I thought so. So this type of like weird humor, I don't know what is it? What is it with these people? Scary. So, do you do footwork and speed drills with your students? You never see it in the UK, but I see it on YouTube a lot. Yeah, footwork drills are part of, let's say, the feeding, the tossing. So I'm very often I'm not playing with racket, I'm just using my hand and feeding the ball accordingly. So the student really has to work for it. And it's a different scenario. It's faster than compared to just hitting the ball from the other half of the court. So I'm standing like 2-3 meters in front of him on the same half, and I'm feeding the balls different directions, different angles. And I really like that great connection with the player. When after the session, I always clap hand with him and I say good job. That's how it should be. But you don't see that. You don't see that. The clock and clock out but have no passion, you mean? I feel that. Yeah, exactly. They clock and clock. They clock in and clock out, but they have no passion. No, zero passion. Zero. They don't watch the players during tournaments, even though the tournament is here in our city. They don't go there on the weekends. They don't watch the students. That's how it is. Do you think Jakub Menšík will reach world number 1? What is his story? So I'm a little bit skeptical nowadays about Jakub Menšík because he is not in the right mental zone, in my opinion. So he has potential, but he must grow and he must open up. He must be more overall relaxed and also approachable, because he is very, very type of distant player. Also, when during the press conferences, you can see like he is sitting in the chair like this. He almost doesn't want to be there. He is kind of like hiding. But yeah, he can be top 5, but number 1, I doubt. I like more Macháč, Tomáš Macháč, great guy, and also Jiří Lehečka. I believe Lehečka can be the most successful one from these 3 players, because he has big game, big serve, big game, very strong type of player. All right, so Matthias, I like your approach, Michala. Thank you. So yeah, we are on the same in the same zone with this. So it's bastardization. How these coaches treat the kids is part of psychological bastardization, and that they only see people as walking. Yep. That's it. That's how it works. I mean, most of the times. I can't say it works every time like that, but in most clubs, definitely it works like that, and I'm sad it works like that in the biggest South Bohemian club where I grew up. I played there for 16 years. Guys, 16 years I played in that club, but then everything has changed. Wrong people came in, and nope, nothing for me. This type of elitism, or how it is called, so the elite people, like for the rich only, and the rich people can pay for the course in the prime time, and sometimes the kids don't have enough place where to play. Some of the businessmen who go there and play are super loud, super nasty. What they talk during their matches, they scream and shout, and it's horrible. I can't be part of this type of community. They are just not educated in the sport, in tennis, and also, as I told you, the coaches, most of the coaches are there just to earn money, in my opinion. That's very bad. Why did Menšík retire early on against de Minaur? of, I don't know, some injury, I believe. Some injury. So, or he was tired. I'm really not sure. But definitely you can Google it, in my opinion. Where is the best club you have played or trained at in Austria? So I'm also not that, let's say, experienced in that sense, because I'm only familiar with the Kremser clubs, let's say. Krems is the biggest city, and near Krems I know these clubs around Krems, let's say, or in this region. So it's called, I will show you. We can find the league. I will post you the link to the league. Where it is. Liga. How can I get into this? Kreis. Nordwest. Herren, Kreisliga A, Nordwest. Alright, so I will post you a link to the league I'm part of in Austria. And you can see that we are named SGD Wachauer, because it's the Wachau region. SGD Wachauer. That's the club I'm part of, I'm playing for. It's a very small club, 2 courts, guys. 2 courts, 2 clay courts just. But in Krems, that is near our club, there are many clubs. I believe one club has 6 or 8 courts there. It's the KTK. This is the biggest club I have played in, KTK Krems. And I played also some tournaments there when I was younger that were opened for everyone, let's say. And I have 1 year I have won that tournament. It was like a series. It was like a series of 8 tournaments or 6 tournaments during the season, and I have played like 4 tournaments out of the 6 or 8, and I have won the most points, and I have won the overall title. But of course there are several also like divisions or classes, so I wasn't at the highest class, let's say. I have played also in Germany, where my uncle is living, for his club in Krumbach. It's also a small village. Krumbach, Germany. Krumbach, Germany. So I was also there a couple times, but it's like 4 hours from here. 4 hours, so it was like too long, and I have received like nothing. You know, some money for the gasoline, but yeah, nothing really major. Okay. Zdeněk Jeřábek. Okay, welcome. Probably a Czech guy. So to David, personally, I wouldn't say that the Kuikma 300 would help you more than the Radical. I would rather stick with head and take a look at either the Speed or the Extreme Tour. Yep. Yeah. I agree. So the Kuikma 300 is not, I would say, is not a typical like power racket. It has the power racket attributes, but still it has really good control. The thing is whether it's the string or the racket, because the string from the factory that I did use when I was playing with the racket was on a stiffer side, a stiffer polyester, harder, 24 kilos, which is 24 kilos. What is it? It's 53 pounds, something like that. 24 kilos, 53 pounds. So it was quite overall stiff and control oriented. I didn't get like crazy power from the racket. Definitely more power compared to the Radical, but not as much power as you would get from Wilson Ultra, Head Extreme MP, and these types of rackets. So it almost feels like the Kuikma 300 is something between Head Extreme MP and Head Extreme Tour. Something like that. So lower powered. Yeah. Have you ever played on grass? Nope. I just played with a softball with the soft, how is it called? The soft mushy ball. But it was not a tennis court. It was just a small court we have built with my brother. But that has nothing to do with real tennis, right? But in the Czech Republic, we have just a couple of these, the grass courts. In Prague, or there are some private courts, but not really clubs with the grass. Extreme Tour is 98, yeah. I really like the avocados, but the latest Extreme rackets are with the Auxetic 2.0 are not that good in my opinion. Will you do a review of Headspeed MP Legend 2025? Looks a good racket. So once again, I can buy the racket myself, or where can I get the racket? So very hard to get the racket. Yeah, the 98 is now Extreme Pro. Yeah. Christoph Meyer, where in the Czech Republic do you live? I'm asking because I want to do a holiday and take some tennis lessons. Okay, so I will write you the city where I live. České Budějovice, Budweis. Home of Budweiser beer. The real one. Oh, I wrote it wrong. Home of Budweiser beer. Budweiser beer. The real one. Yeah. So you can contact me before you go there. You can write me an email. And we can arrange a tennis lesson for sure. So, Zdeněk Jeřábek, you bet I'm Czech. Greetings to you. I recently discovered your channel and you've got great content. I haven't gone through all the videos yet. All right. Thanks so much. Zdeněk. You are welcome, and yeah, just browse through the videos. There will be more of them. Maybe you know me from the other channel, from the Czech channel, the Tenisový test channel. that I have started at first and then I switched to the English channel because there were not so many people who are watching my Czech channel actually, which was pretty sad. And one thing, I have received so many thumbs down, believe it or not, guys. Posting on a Czech YouTube channel, tennis channel, is for me like every time I receive like 30% dislikes, no comments, just dislikes, 70% likes, sometimes it's even more dislikes. And then I started the English channel, the Czech tennis guy channel, and I have like, my average is like 98% likes and 2% dislikes. But when I upload on my Czech channel, let's say almost the same content, but it's narrated just in Czech, for Czech audience, I receive like 30% dislikes. Welcome to the real world, brother. It's the Czech Republic, where people hate more than in the rest part of the Western world, let's say. So yeah, that's also very disappointing, and that's also why I really stopped doing those Czech videos, because it didn't make any sense for me to do videos for haters, right? So if you don't like the video, just go away or write some comment, or but why there are people who are just hating it like automatically? It's I don't think that's very, very nice. So my favorite tour was the Head Graphene 360 Plus, I think from 2021. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, those were good rackets, because the Graphene 360 Plus is actually also part of the technology now. It's there, it's called Graphene Inside. They just changed the name, so now the head rackets, they have the auxetic and graphene inside, and the graphene is the Graphene 360 Plus, actually should be. Did the American guy call it Czechoslovakia? No. Nope. Okay, so Christoph, so you have been already there in České Budějovice. Awesome. Great. So we have plenty of courts, plenty of opportunities where to hit. So we can arrange training session for sure. And yeah, we can have a nice training session, hitting session. Which decathlon is similar to Extreme Tour or Pure Arrows? Wow, that's tough. But I believe they have the other versions that are very easy to use, actually. Very easy to play with. They have more power than these control-oriented ones. But they are still named Artengo, so they don't make the Kuikma rackets with that power. Powerful, sensational feel. So let's say we have here the TR930 Spin Pro that can be considered a, let's say, pure drive type of racket. And they have like very similar mold to the Control Pro 300. Very similar mold, this one. So this one has loads of power, free power. But it's definitely not that, it doesn't feel that polished, let's say, that solid. The swing weight is just well, it should be 285 unstrung, so around, let's say, 310 once again. It's a longer type of racket, 690 millimeters, and the RA is 72. So 300 gram and 315 balance. So it should be very easy to use. And it should be powerful, very powerful. The rating is 4.7 out of 10, so very good reviews. And it costs just 2,100 Czech crowns, which is $95. Super cheap, pre-strung. And then there is the red one, which I would recommend actually more, because I've had this one, but not the 300 gram version. I've had the lighter model, the 285 gram version, and it was very good. I like that. It has more balance to the head. It's 320. I will post the link there. This one is better. And 280 swing weight. Well, that's weird. It has lower swing weight, although it's more head heavy. 70 RA. Oh, so it's standard length. Now it makes sense. So it's 685 millimeters. And the beam is quite thick, so it's 25, 25, and 23. It's quite wide. All right, and you know the composition it's the same. So 55% carbon fiber, 45% epoxy. Let's say glue. So yeah. And here you have also the info about the testing of the racket, that it was tested by Steve Darcy's, Oliver Marach, and other technical partners of Artengo and professional players. But these are some old numbers, you know. The Steve Darcy's was 38 in the world in 2017, and Oliver Marach was number 2 in doubles in 2018. So these are the playtesters for the Decathlon store. So you might be thinking, oh, these are old guys. Yeah, they are like 40, 45, maybe about 50-year-old now, or let's say 45, but they know how to play tennis, and they are testing those rackets. So something is there, right? Something must be good about those rackets. And then they have these soft rackets. These are, look at that, the Soft Feel 107. This can be a really good racket for seniors frames, seniors frame, or for beginners. That looks like you know, a power racket. Yep, exactly. So let me grab the 305. Just let's have a look at the racket. All right, so here we go. 305 Kuikma, and there is nothing wrong with the frame. How to put it? I don't know if I stress that out enough in the review, but the issue I have with modern rackets And it can be anyone, any brand, any modern racket, including Yonex. There is something in those new frames that in certain situations makes you go like, oh, what was that? What was that? With this racket, with this pure fucking frame that has like no technology in it, no special dampening, no special grommets. These are like the most average grommets you will ever see. These are very thin, that almost like, it looks like the string is actually touching the inside of the grommet. So it's very, very thin, right? It looks kind of like cheap and so on and so on. But the great thing about this racket is it's super predictable in a good way, but also that it is like kind of unforgiving somehow. So it's challenging. So to use it and play with it good tennis, you must be ready. If you are not, it doesn't give you anything back for free. But with the modern rackets, it's that they are comforting you, giving you something like more. But if you go beyond that, how to call it? If you go beyond that technology that is inside the racket, if you somehow are able to be like better than the technology inside the modern rackets, is exactly the thing that bothers you at the same time. And I believe really the more experienced you are with tennis rackets, the more you will feel that and the more you will get annoyed by it. Maybe also that's why I like the Wilson RFs so much, because in my opinion the RFs are also like a little bit modernized rackets, right? With the shape, with the beam and so on, but it's like a normal standard frame that is injected with foam, I believe. The RFs are with foam, I believe. But nothing really like helping. There is nothing like that's helping you. You actually need to play very good to enjoy those rackets. But when you nail it with the string setup, the racket, the RFs are, wow, just amazing. So review is still yet to come. I really want to make great review for the RFs. Very underestimated frames. And today I read on Reddit a very exciting post from someone who was describing the RFs as the best rackets for them, and that the person was surprised that there are so many negative reactions on the RFs, and he was asking that if there is someone who also loves them so much. So I gave him a shout out and I replied that for me the RFs are the best rackets I can probably stick until the end of the days. For me now, I don't see any future racket that can surpass what I feel when I'm hitting with the RFs. The sensation, the feel, the connection, the crispness, the stability, the control, the power, the mix of precision, free power, control. It's there, like, it is there, but not too much. And when I need it more, when I need, for example, spin, the RFs are super spin friendly. But they are not doing it for free. That's the thing. So compared to the extreme rackets, let's say, it's a totally different experience. So yeah. This is such a cool frame, guys. Just buy one, play with it, and you can have it in the bag, and pick it up when you feel it, because it's really good. It's really good. So it can cost more, but it doesn't. So it's basic, and that's the beauty about it. It's basic, and you can customize it the way you want. It's a platform stick. So it's like when you are customizing a car. You buy a car, and then you customize it maybe with some, you tune the car, right? With different wheels, for example, or exhaust or something like that. Yeah, exactly. We put too much emphasis on the frame and less emphasis on strings. Exactly. When you play with RF and you use the same string like you used in your previous racket with the same tension, you will be disappointed big way, I guarantee you. And that's what I don't understand. People have their string of choice, they play with it, and then they buy new racket, completely new racket, new series, new brand, and they put the same string inside the racket and say, oh, it's not good, it doesn't work, it's not good. So where's the fault? It's the string or the racket? Well, I bet you in 80% of the cases, it's the string. It's the problem of the string. Not every racket reacts the same. And this is the proof. So I strung, just to test it, how it feels, I strung the Kuikma 305 with my Razor Soft 1.25, same tension. I have here the sticker also from my stringer, so I know the tension, I know the date. So this one was strung at 22 kilos, so it's 51 and 48 pounds. On the 8th of August, Razor Soft 1.25, my string of choice for the RFs, right? And it's bad. Oop. It's very bad with this racket. It doesn't work. This racket doesn't like this soft setup. This racket likes firmer string. So that's why I also use the previous Artengo, the original, the first one, with the Dunlop Explosive Spin. Super stiff string, very spin friendly, very hard, unbreakable, very durable, and it worked really well. And that's exactly what string you should use for this racket. Don't use some soft, mushy string for the Kuikma rackets. And that's how you should do it. So it's not that you should find a racket for your strings. You should find strings for the racket. So that's where people make huge mistake. That's a good idea for a full video, actually, for a full episode. The modern rackets are flattering us. Yeah. Any similarities to Blade 100? Do you mean the Kuikma 305? Nope. No. Once again, it's different. Blade 100, way more forgiving, way more easier overall to find the sweet spot. Easier top spin, easier power. Just an overall easier racket, but not that tight, not that solid. It's like more kind of energetic, and I would say less focused on flatter hitting, let's say. That's a more spin-oriented racket, the Blade 100, compared to this one. This one really feels like you have a hammer. So when you time your shot really well, then you can kill the ball. You can accelerate it really well. And for a swing weight 310, it feels like 320 or 325. I don't know why, but it feels a lot head heavier than it is. So it's 315 balance, but it feels like 320, 325. So it really goes, and the swing weight is so low, but it goes when you really time it up. So you just need to really accelerate the racket and let it fly. For what I just heard from Tennis Warehouse, if that is similar to a pure drive. I don't know which racket. Derek Papas, hey, I don't know which racket do you mean. So, Matthias, have you demoed longer body rackets much? So I have played with pure drive 100 plus for almost 20 years. So I'm a veteran in long rackets. So that's what I did, or not 20 years, like 15 years, let's say. So the pure drives I used before I switched at first to Technifiber T-Fight XTC 295. Then I switched to the IGA Technifiber Artengo TR960. I actually didn't use many rackets before. Pure drives from my uncle, elongated version, crazy power, crazy stability, but rubbish on volleys. I was a bad doubles players because I did use a long racket, elongated racket, or not bad but worse doubles players, because it's the maneuverability with the elongated racket on the volleys, it's not good. So yeah, lots of experience with the pure drives. I did use 3 or 4 generations of the pure drives. So very good frames, but the latest generation is very different from the previous ones, and they really made drastic changes to the feel and to the power, and that's why I was one of those few people who complained about it. But I wasn't the only one. If you watch the Intuitive Tennis review of the pure drive, he said exactly what I said, because the how is his name? I forgot his name now. The Intuitive Tennis. He was also a long-term user of the pure drive, so he knew what he's talking about. And when you are used to a 72, 73 RA racket for 15 years, and suddenly there is something new, you feel that, you know that. Lack of the power, lack of stability, weird, mushy, soft feel to the shots. It's not a pure drive anymore. They want to make it for a different type of audience now. Newer generations maybe. I understand it, but if you are a veteran who did use many generations of the previous generations of the pure drives, the last one is a stop, and you will not use it, because you know that it's so different that it's a no-go for you. What is your opinion? For September, not 10 for October. All right. You may want to change the month date on your podcast. It should be 9 for September, not 10 for October. Okay, but today is October, the 1st of October, at least here in the Czech Republic. So that's why I have put, oh yeah, you mean, okay. Yeah, I can see that I have the 30th of October, sorry. All right, can I change it right now? Maybe I can change. Okay, I will try to change it. 1st of October, and it is there. Changes are made. Thank you for the info. So Matthias, what is your opinion on Nordic Dots rackets? I don't have any opinion. I didn't try them. I know they sell them in Decathlon store. Maybe I will just write to the manager if they would be so nice to borrow me those rackets, but I don't think so, because the Nordic Dots rackets are not Decathlon rackets, right? So the future is the past. So David, I love customizing frames. My Radical MP Grip 3 with the leather grip, 2 over grips feels great, but it gives arm pain after long play. Tried the new Extreme Pro, feel was so rubbish. I can understand it. If you are used to something and suddenly you switch to something different, I can see that you might feel that is rubbish. Yeah, I always felt about the Head Extreme rackets something like cheap in them. I don't know why. Also the matte finish of the frame is like a toy. It's not like a real racket. It's something like, you know, made of plastic. So very, very, very kind of similar feel on that as well. So you use a neutral string for demoing rackets. How do you really determine the right string for the racket then? So the thing is that I actually did use, when I was testing and demoing the rackets in the past, I used my string of choice, because those rackets always came unstrung, right? So I did use my string. So previously it was the Dunlop explosive spin, or when I got it from the factory from Head, for example, it was pre-strung with Head Hawk Touch or Head Lynx Tour. These strings, I'm familiar with them, I know them, and I can somehow feel the connections between those strings and those rackets, and it works. Maybe it can work with another string a lot better. But the very first time I really changed like completely my opinion on the racket when changing the string was with the Wilson RFs. That was the game changer. You can say easily RFs are they are just, you know, nothing. They feel like bored. I read it in the comments all the time. Wilson RFs, they feel like bored. They are too stiff. The sweet spot is small. They are unforgiving. They have no power. They have no spin potential. They are just for flat hitters. Come on, just change the string, lower the tension, and it will blow your mind. It will blow your mind how fast you can play, how hard you can hit. Suddenly it generates spin, it generates free power, it's comfortable. The sweet spot opens up, but not too much, because it's so dense in the center that when you hit it in the center, you can go at full speed and the ball goes in. With other racket, it would flew out of the court. That's the beauty of the RFs. Lower tension, softer string, and you will feel that. You will feel that. Yeah, Nikola Aracic is his name. Oh yeah. So we have many similar opinions on many rackets. When I watch his videos, and also I like his analysis and so on. but sometimes it's like too much. He's like overthinking sometimes the things that are very simple to say in few words or sentences, that sometimes he's like talking too much about the sauce, let's say. But very, very good analytical thinking, and one of the few YouTubers I would recommend to everyone to watch is the Intuitive Tennis, because at the end of the day I don't watch too many other YouTubers, to be honest. Just from time to time, and I like the smaller channels actually. So I tried the Gravity Tour with the 100 head and also the new 98, and doesn't feel similar to me because of the head shape of the Gravity, the feel of the game and the sweet spot. Yeah, Gravities can be very launchy, but I like the Gravity MP more with the 16x20 string pattern. It has nice blend, control, spin. It's there, power is there. Swing weight is really good for that racket. And the Tour is just too much for me. It ruined my arm, guys. It ruined my arm. So I developed the tennis elbow in December 2024 when I was testing in 1 week. I was testing 3 rackets, and every racket had different string setup, or actually 4 rackets. I don't know. It was the Gravity MP, Gravity Tour, and the Clash. So it was a massacre in 1 week. And I have played against juniors during the day, like 2 sessions against young juniors who were killing the balls so fast. And I was tired, I was exhausted, and I was like, yeah, I need to do more. I need to play with this racket and this racket, and that's where I developed it, and I still have it, and it's the pain in the ass, and it will probably stay with me like forever. I can't get rid of it, to be honest. So I would just have to stop doing any sport, any physical activity which I don't want to do, where I use my arm. You know, push-ups, pull-ups. I like that very much, so I do it like 2 times, 3 times a week, and in combination with tennis, it's kind of tough. But I hope during winter, where there will be not too much to do, actually, I will go once again cross-country skiing and doing other stuff. So yeah, I hope I will get better. So guys, it's already like 1.5 hours. I will have to go to bed. I really appreciate the new guy, Zdeněk Jeřábek, the Czech guy. Very active in the chat. Very, very good activity from other commenters. Thank you so much for watching. Matthias Tennis, as always, we are in contact. Also on email. I'm very sorry that I'm not that responsive. I don't react to the emails as much, but sometimes I get like overwhelmed. I have some emails from other people also asking on recommendation on tennis rackets for their children and so on, and sometimes it's like, man, I spend half an hour writing an email when what I get out of it, like but that's how it is. It's part of the hobby. So thank you so much. Zdeněk Jeřábek, Good Soul, Matthias Tennis, Derek Papas. Yeah, guys, please, I want to ask a favor. Prepare list of the questions for me for the next Wednesday, because I'm planning to do this every Wednesday now. Prepare questions and topics. Maybe I will write a post. regarding it, and you can prepare those questions before the live stream, couple days before, and write me them in the comments so I can prepare maybe myself. So we can choose like 3 topics, and that's it. So all right, so thank you so much guys. Yep. Czech tennis guy, you are the new tennis nerd. Oh man, I hope I'm not the new tennis nerd, actually. Yeah, thank you. So I hope I'm not the new tennis nerd, and to be honest, this is not my intention to become a new tennis nerd or someone who is like super famous, and because I know that it must be very, very hard work actually to focus only on tennis. Like the moment you wake up, you go and you just, you know, grind for the videos and for the news about rackets and so on. I'm passionate, but I also have other activities, other hobbies that consumes my time, you know, biking, and I have my garden and so on. So many things. So I don't want to really dedicate like my life to test new rackets. And also this is something that kind of differentiates me maybe from Tennis Nerd and other channels, is that I also want to still at my age 41 get better in tennis, and I cannot do it if I test 20 rackets a month. It's just not possible. So now I found the RF rackets. These will be for me for years, I believe. And actually testing new rackets now is for me on the, let's say, also on a little bit of the decline, because I don't have access to them, because I'm not working with the Sportega store anymore. And we can talk about it in the next live stream. What a sad ending for that type of cooperation with the Sportega store, to be honest. They really pissed me off. But that's how it works with these corporations, let's say, with these big companies. They don't care about people. They just care about money and revenue. So that's it. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for commenting. Prepare your questions, and of course play some tennis, even though it's cold. Today it was in the Czech Republic like 8 degrees Celsius. It was cold, but we still played. I have my, you know, almost my winter cap already when I'm hitting the ball, and I hope I will also make more let's say training videos with the Pongbot machine, which I still have from my friend. I still have it because he has no time now for it. He has his second child now, so he's like, you know, doing all his best to take care of his family. So he is not playing tennis with me now, you know, Pavel the stringer. But there will be more videos, more reviews. I have, as I told you in my last live stream, I have like four other tennis balls reviews. They are already shot, but I have to edit them and publish them. So now I'm mixing it also with my Czech channel. So I'm doing stuff for the Czech channel, the Tenisový test channel, and changing it with the changing the workflow also with this channel as well. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching and for your support. It's always great to see the people who are most active, and they also join the chat and chat with me. It's just fantastic. What can I say? So thank you so much for watching, and as always, enjoy tennis, play tennis, watch tennis, and if you have the possibility, demo the Kuikma rackets, especially the 305, but also the 300 gram version. Awesome on serve, awesome on returns, just fantastic. So yeah, I hope Decathlon can provide you also in your countries with demo programs of their rackets, and maybe I will try some different stuff also from them, because they have also now some, I believe, some different balls also named Kuikma, but also some different versions now. So maybe I will try them as well. So guys, it's done. It's almost 11:30 in the night. So bye, and enjoy tennis, play tennis, watch tennis as always, and enjoy the manooovrlbity. Bye guys.